sitting was Bob Heidemann. I said, Bob, you want a donut? He goes, sure. Well, the love of his life, sitting next to him, said, Bob, what are you doing? He says, I'm sorry, honey. I can't live on salads and what was it? Love. Salads and love.
Sneaking donut.
Sneaking donuts. Okay, President Marilyn.
Okay, all you young lions and fellow guests as well, to those guests, to clarify this love of my life thing, you know, this man over here is my husband. For 45 years, going on 46, so I guess it's legal to make references. This happy dollar. That happy dollar is for a day at the beach with our son Patrick and Krista and their two little ones, 3 and 5. And it brought back memories to our son Patrick, who said, I remember those days when you used to go to the beach with me. Sometimes the two of us would just take an outing, so that was kind of special. And the other happy dollar is just, yes, Greg, we're happy that the chuck wagon is going to be laid to rest for a few weeks. It was a great time this summer with our chuck wagon and our ice cream wagon and anything else that we've been doing. So with that, we're going to get this meeting opened. Open. Call to order. Our invocation today will be done by Walt Speck.
Dear Heavenly Father, once again we thank you for all the blessings and that you constantly bestow on us. Please bless our families. Bless us in your service. Bless us food to our bodies.
Amen.
And our flag salute today will be led by past District Governor Jim Reinecke.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And the Singing of America by Phil Olson.
My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of thy pilgrims' pride, from every mountainside, let freedom ring.
Thank you. Introduction of our guests today, Kathy.
Yes, President Marilyn and fellow guests, fellow Lions. We have a guest from Kalama, Monty Ward.
Yes, that is District Governor Monty Ward.
District Governor.
Thank you.
And would you like to introduce your guest, President?
I adopted 3 guests today. Our speaker is Hannah Johnson, and she brought her mother and her father, and that is Ann and Rich Johnson. Would you please stand? And I'm sure that there's another special lady in her life, her grandmother, Charlotte Armstrong. We're so glad that you came. Sunshine Report. Don't see Janice? Okay, Cindy Sessions.
President Marilyn, fellow Lions and guests, I've got a couple of cards going around. The first batch is for Keith and his family. His mom, her cancer is back, and so it's evidently on her kidney and by her kidney and somewhere up here in the vicinity of the throat. She's still discussing options for treating it, so I don't know anything more than that. And Dave Boswell, he's still in the hospital. I did not get an update from Rex today. And ending this on a happy note, the other card that's going around is for Keith and Cheryl. They're expecting their 7th child.
So let's move on to announcements. Greg first.
President Marilyn, fellow Lions guests, As I stated with my happy buck, the wagon is put away. We will need another work party, finish cleaning the wagon and put all the stuff away in the building. Did quite well. Last Thursday night, we did a little over $3,000 at the last concert at the lake. And on Saturday, quick turnaround, we did a little over $3,400 at Squirrel Fest. So that's real good. What we have leftovers, we have 5 cases of hamburger, 4 cases of hot dogs, and 5 cases of Polish dogs. $25 a piece on those. I just rounded them out. Yeah, dog. Big fundraiser. Anybody that's interested in those, please get a hold of me. We'll make arrangements to get them up, get you down to the building and get it for you. And if a couple of you want to split a case or whatever, we can do that too. Thank you.
Thank you, Greg. Actually, we need to go to Darlene Mongen. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Darlene. Happy birthday to you. And let's make that a happy birthday to Terry as well, right? Did you say you turned 71 yesterday? Okay, happy birthday.
President Maryland, Imperial Lines and guests. We had relay on Saturday. We took in as a team $7,377. We got 6th place, but when you're going against Fiverr and Red Canoe and stuff from Weyerhaeuser, we do pretty well. And the last 3 years, we have made as a group over $20,000 for relay. And just on the desserts last year, we made over $2,200 just selling the dollar tickets here for our desserts.
That's great.
Thank you.
Okay, everything's up here now at Zone Chair Doug Harvey.
Don't forget. Good. First time for you. October 20th and 22nd is our multiple district convention in Spokane. I have registration information here. Anybody hasn't signed up?
Mr. Governor Monty Ward has an announcement.
Thank you. As you know, Lions Club International sometimes is a little late in their awards. Your club in 2015-16 has responded to the Centennial Service Challenge. You're part of the 60% of the clubs that engaged in this project. So there's over 25,000 clubs engaged in youth, 18,000 clubs protecting the environment, 20,000 sharing the vision, 19,000 relieving hunger. Your club participated in all 4 of these events. And for that, they sent you the Diamond Award for your banner.
Awesome. Smile. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. We need the past president.
He was president. My year, wasn't it?
I like it. I like that idea. Sometimes he's Papa Bear. He's a good one. It's good to have identity where it belongs. Okay, where am I? I believe there is no more to do but to introduce our speaker. Phil Olson, would you like to do that?
Sit down, Phil.
One more? All right. President Maryland, fellow Lions and guests, it's my pleasure today to introduce Hannah Johnson, who has been spending the last 5 years at the University of New Mexico pursuing her college career and her volleyball career. And she spoke to us two years ago, I believe it was, maybe 3, and about her life in school and volleyball and other pursuits. And she was one of our most engaging speakers, so I thought, wouldn't it be nice to have her back? So, she is back. Hannah is a graduate of R.A. Long High School in 2011, and there were some other notable people in the class, like my granddaughter. But anyway, it's really a treat to bring to you Hannah Johnson.
Hello, all right. Good afternoon, Lions Club members. Thank you for inviting me back. I recognize many familiar faces and a few new, so my name is Hannah Johnson. I'm from Longview. I went to Northlake Elementary, Monticello Middle School, R.A. Long High School, where then I went and got a full-ride scholarship to the University of New Mexico, and I recently just graduated in May 2016. Thank you. Thank you. I got my bachelor's in exercise science, a minor in psychology, and I finished with a GPA of 3.75. Pretty proud of that. So, thank you. I played volleyball, basketball, soccer, and tennis throughout high school, and I believe me playing multiple sports helped mold me into the athlete I am today. And for multiple reasons, it helped prevent me from injuries, as well as help me not get burned out from one specific sport. And I wish young athletes today would continue to play multiple sports instead of specializing in one very early on, for the sole reason that to not have them get burned out and possibly missing out on the opportunity like I had to play a sport in college. And I still wish I played more sports, like focused on track or swimming, because watching the Olympics right now, shoot, if I could be Michael Phelps, what I could give. So, but the last time I was here, I talked about how volleyball sent me through around the world with USA Volleyball. And well, here's my life story since then. In the summer of 2014, I got to travel to Europe for the second time with a branch of USA Volleyball, and I traveled throughout Slovenia and Croatia. And these were some of the most beautiful countries I've ever been to. They were drop dead gorgeous, and it was an absolute blast playing with tons of girls throughout the country. We played teams all around the world by day, and we explored the cities like Bled, Slovenia, and Pula, Croatia by night. And after that trip, though, I kept my travels pretty much in the States. Going into my redshirt junior season, I was coming back from a great year personally in my athletic career, and I was really looking forward to this season. We had a lot of new incoming talent, and our season was looking very promising. And the season started out pretty well, but then I slowly started getting a slump, as most athletes go through at some point in their athletic career. And I started to call it my junior year slump. A lot of factors came into play. My coach made my life miserable, and I had a pretty bad ankle sprain. Had probably the worst time in the season. It was right in the middle of us starting into conference, and we were playing the top 4 teams, and I sprained my ankle, and it kind of put our team in a downhill spiral. And then this kind of led me to dread going to practice. I couldn't wait for the season to be over, and overall made me start hating playing the game of volleyball. So I came home from Christmas break, and I told my family I do not want to hear anything about volleyball. I don't want to hear about my coach, don't want to hear about lifting, I don't want to hear anything about it. I'm taking a volleyball sabbatical. So during that time, I was highly considering transferring and even quitting. And I started doubting myself and hating myself and telling me no college would want a senior transfer and how I've never quitting in my life. I was like, I've always finished everything I started. I can't stop now. So I decided to stick it out for one more year and worked out some differences between my coach and I wanted to have the best season yet. Every senior wants to end their season with leaving a legacy of some sort, having the best record, having a conference championship, going to the NCAA tournament, etc. Well, our team didn't really have that. We kind of struggled a bit this year with some leadership roles and people stepping into different roles and such like that, which was frustrating. But on the other hand, I worked without team goals, having some personal goals. And I earned over 1,000 digs as a setter, which is very unusual. Usually it's a middle back or a DS. And I was second in all-time career assists, just 8 short of being the all-time career assist leader at University of New Mexico. If I didn't have my sprained ankle, I think I could have gotten it. But I earned multiple all-tournament team awards, along with being named first team multiple years. And I think my biggest accomplishment, though, was being awarded a COSIDA All-Academic America for my performance on the court and in the classroom. So after my senior season of indoor volleyball, kind of closed a chapter in my life, but I continued playing sand volleyball into the spring, which is kind of my new interest. Our university has had a sand volleyball team for the past 2 years, in which I have been able to be a part of. And it's really awesome to be able to say I was the first member of the UNM sand volleyball team in program history. And then this past year, our team was ranked 13th in the nation in sand volleyball, competing against some of the top programs who have had their teams established for more than 5 years. And us only having it for 2, that was a pretty big step. And then it's a lot different than indoor, I can tell you that, and it took me a long time to adjust to the different rules. But now I'm starting to enjoy getting to play outside every day and like the atmosphere, the vibe, and how laid back the sport was compared to our indoor season. And it definitely was a nice way to end my volleyball career at UNM. Now you should ask, what am I doing after volleyball? I've moved back to Longview where I'll be taking a gap year to apply to physical therapy school, and my ultimate goal is to become a pediatric physical therapist and work in a children's hospital. I had a little prerequisite hiccup with my academic advisor, and I'm short of chemistry credit, so I'll be taking a chemistry class at the University of Portland this fall. And to keep myself busy, I'm in the process of trying to work at OHSU in their outpatient pediatric physical therapy department, and will be helping coach the C-Squad volleyball team at RE Long this fall. Come Christmas time, I'm considering going over to play professional overseas, and then doing that until I get into physical therapy school, which will hopefully be next year. That is my plan for now, but who knows, life never goes according to plan, am I right? So thank you again, Lions Club members, for allowing me to come and speak to you and tell you about my life story.
Hannah, we'd like to thank you for coming and sharing your progress. And I'm going to open this up for questions. This is a mug for you. You can put anything you like in it. And you're old enough now, right? Yeah. And in there is a membership application. And since you're back in the area, we love to have new, young, energetic members. Okay? So you're welcome to join our club. So I'd like to open this up. Does anyone have questions? John?
Have you looked into any of your schools for your PT education yet?
I have. So I'm in the process of applying to Pacific and Forest Grove, University of Puget Sound, Eastern Washington, University of Montana, and Northern Arizona. So hopefully I'll get into one of those schools. That's good.
My cousin's daughter, close family people, she just graduated from UPS.
Okay.
And Katrina Brett, and she's just passed the state exam, which is getting her license to be a doctor.
Oh, that's awesome.
And she got a job, so everybody in the family's happy.
Second VP Ken.
I just have one question for you, that you're addressing a bunch of older folks. What's the important role of your parents and the older folks playing in your success?
I'd say not just letting me choose what I want to do and not forcing me to do anything.
Did everyone hear that question? Could you repeat the question?
He was just saying what role my parents had in my success, correct?
What we as adults
Oh.
and all of our children, we all have grandchildren.
Yes. I just say they were just my best supporters, and they didn't force me to do anything, and supported in any decision I decided to make, and just said, this is, if you make the decision, you have to stick through it, and they weren't telling me yes or no, or you can't play this, or you can't play that. They just supported me in everything I wanted to do.
Great. Any more questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So we have just a little extra time. Do you want these tickets or do you want the announcements? I like doing the announcements first because you pay attention. So, Zone Chair Doug Harvey had several announcements today. The first one I'm going to mention is convention. Get that on your calendar, October 20th through the 22nd. If you are considering going, I would recommend you get your reservations in at the hotel as soon as. And if you miss the main hotel, there are some others available. And registration as soon as possible too would be great. So I'm sure they want to know who's coming. And just from past experience, I know those of us that have gone to convention, we always have a good time. We learn something, and we develop long-time friendships. And I'm too sad to hear about Drew Roberson and Rod Barnes. These two gentlemen have been in Lions forever, and I don't care if you're a new Lion or an old Lion, they always were welcoming you and made you feel a sense of belonging. They were great men.
What was the date again?
The date is October 20th. 21st and 22nd. It may start on the 19th, whatever that Thursday is. We actually need to be there Thursday. It is the 20th.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And then some visitations coming up. Kelso Early Birds tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, 6:45 at the Carriage. Castle Rock Thursday night, Eagles in Castle Rock at 5:45. Monticello Lions, Monday night, Masthead at 6:30. And then there is a picnic coming up, 8/28, August 28th at the Harveys, 1 o'clock. Sock hop. Gloria Lee mentioned sock hop. Sock hop? Sock hop. Say that fast. $10 on pre-sailing tickets and $15 at the door. And that's going to be at the Elks. And does anyone not know what a sock hop is? Young members may not. City session doesn't know. I don't either. I'm too young. No. Actually, back in the 50s, my sister knew what a sock hop was. And, it's a dance, essentially. And so in the 50s, I guess they went in and they took their shoes off and danced in socks. Also, last year at the sock hop, we didn't have to dance. A lot of us just sat around and visited, and some danced, some didn't. There's a great following for the King brothers, so I think we'll have a good success. Remember our friends that are in the hospital or ailing? Is there any other announcements that I've missed? Greg, you mentioned it. That's right. There's some leftover food for sale. See Greg, Gloria Lee.
Ready for the band. Is it legal to say Polish dog?
Gloria Lee, yes?
Warren's birthday was Saturday.
Okay. Another happy birthday. It's a good month. So happy birthday to you. Blue ticket. 3499267. What? 267, Darlene. Darlene gets the draw today. Red ticket. 786-7445. none. Where would you like that to go? Would you like to donate that to some good cause? Diabetes. Thank you. Do we have any Relay for Life? What came today? Gina wins and Bob Heidemann gets some more sugar. Okay, I'm going to ask Secretary Steve if there's any senility today.
Yeah, Steve.
President Marilyn Lyons a guest. We did have a couple people come in late, and I don't know about you, but I'm going to forgive them. I could care less.
I also want to make mention that Tom Reif, I'm so glad to see you again. We've missed your face. Eric Guttormson, it's good to see you. I know you don't get to come too often. Sarah Kalal, it's good to see you as well. You have to miss a lot. And welcome to the new members that, if you don't know who that is, raise your hand if you're new within the last, say, 3 or 4 months. Oh, no. Roxanne Miller, Bambi, would you raise your hand, please? Okay, and who else? I think those are the 2. Jim is here. Did he get here today? No, he's not here today. I just wanted to welcome those who have come. I think this meeting is adjourned.